There's a cheers to this one first. Cheers to the Friday Free-for-All.
Hey, we've come a long way.
We've come a long way.
And it's just feels like we're still just getting started.
Still just getting started.
We do have to give a shout out to V1 Studios just for giving us the amazing space to work with. You can do the same. V1 Studios is a great place to enjoy not only good company and creativity, but also access to some great quality resources. Am I right?
Absolutely. Make sure you guys tap in with V1. They got the best engineers here. They just went through some great stuff. They got some awesome things going on as far as a creative space. I mean, look at this.
That's why the question of the week that we actually gave to our fans out there was, what's the weirdest thing about you, okay? We had fans answer this on our story, okay? And we're gonna keep doing that throughout the week because we get some very interesting answers, all right? We're only gonna do top two today. We're only gonna do top two today.
Top two. Make sure you guys participate in these weekly polls. I mean, we're gonna answer it on the Friday free-for-all, so why would you not want to?
Absolutely, and I'm telling you, the crazier the answers, the more likely we're going to shout it out.
So what do we got for this week?
So number 2 came in that they said the weirdest thing about themselves is that they don't like any cheese. Now this is a preference. They say it's a preference. It's not on some lactose intolerant. No, it's a preference. They just despise anything involving cheese.
Like pizza, pasta. Ooh, I mean, how?
You name it, it got cheese on it. She don't want it.
I didn't know some people in like high school that would remove the cheese off their pizza, and I'm just like, what are you doing?
Slice it right off.
You know that's the best part.
Skin it.
Just skin the thing. Remember those little square pizzas you'd get? They would just rip it off. I'm like, what are you doing? That's the best part.
It was just bread and sauce.
Bread and sauce. I was like, bro.
But the reason that was number 2 is because number 1. The weirdest thing about them is that they like to genuinely eat toilet paper.
Okay, that's gotta be cap.
No.
I'm sorry, that's gotta be cap.
No, because
it's gotta be cap.
It's one of those things where you ever seen Crazy Obsessions? I've heard about these cases, dog.
Bro, that's gotta be cap.
I've heard about these cases.
Why? Like,
what? It's serious.
What would have started that? What would have like?
It's serious.
Put that together. Oh my god, I can't.
It's serious. There's just something about that Charmin Ultra Soft. There's just something about that Charmin. That Charmin Ultra Soft.
I can't imagine that. I honestly can't imagine that. I mean,
there's just something about it.
Okay, if you're gonna cap, I mean that's an easy way to get in, right?
All right, look. Everyone has something weird about themselves. That's what makes us us.
That's us. That does absolutely.
It also kind of plays into our insecurities and things that we're kind of shy about ourselves as well. And that's not easy.
It's not easy at all.
We all have our own insecurities, right?
We do.
But I think the best way to deal with them is by embracing them.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Embracing these insecurities.
So that's what today's episode is about. Securing the insecurities. We're going to embrace them. We're going to acknowledge them. But we're also going to, do it in a way that we may have to think on some things, because insecurity may look like something different to you than it does to me.
Absolutely.
Now, I also want to touch on the fact that we all have different ways we deal with things too. I think that goes into a part with insecurities, right? Because sometimes we can't control what happens to us, but we can control how we act, how we react, how we handle, what goes behind.
You know, that's a stoic quote.
Is it?
That's stoicism. Yeah, I love stoicism. We'll talk more about that another day.
Absolutely. It sounds like something I gotta get put on.
Yeah, Seneca. I think Seneca said that.
Okay.
That's okay.
So there's real stuff. That's real.
His real things. His real things.
So tell me, A.
Okay, what's up?
When it comes to like tough situations that we face, right? What ways do you feel like you get out of them? Like, just trying to. I used to be called a finesser. Okay. For more ways than one, just because I find different ways to get out of things. Right?
Okay.
Meaning like
type of vibe. I like that.
Yeah,
like
just meaning I thought outside the box. Okay. For instance,
okay,
we'll even take it back back in the day where you had to ask your parents to go outside, okay? Or you just go to your friend's crib. You know, just simply go outside, right?
Cap, go to your friend's crib.
Now, you know, more than likely, depending on the mood, they're gonna say no. But I was ahead of my time.
What'd you say?
I was thinking ahead of the game. You know what I did? I set the tone. I set the mood.
Okay.
I set up, buttered them up.
Okay.
Clean the kitchen. I clean the family room. I made them breakfast.
They knew you were about to ask for some shit, bro.
But you
were about to ask
see how I set myself up for success.
You did. I mean,
you understand?
I ain't gonna complain if the dish is clean.
It's chess, not checkers. So knowing that when the time came, hey, I'm about to slide to Brad's crib. Oh, did you do that? Yes. But what about that? Yes. Are you sure? Yes.
Oh, he said 1, 2, 3.
So what can you say after that? Nothing. I'm free to go. So it's just like little things like that. We set ourselves up, for the outcome we want.
Absolutely.
You ever had situations like that? Because I know I did.
I feel like sometimes, everything I've done in business, you got to set yourself up for the right outcome. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's like, oh, wow, I want to be my own boss. They're like, oh, that's great. I'm like, so why do you want to be your own boss? Oh, so I could work less. I'm like, bro, I work every day.
It's the other way around.
You know what I mean? It's the other way around. And I'm just like thinking like, okay, well, to set myself up for the future to work less, I got to work every day now. You know what I mean? Like those type of situations. But if you want to go back to the exact question, right? How do I deal with tough situations and how I deal with stuff like that? I think it's really simple. I just don't give a fuck. Like, I just don't care. I don't fucking care anymore. I mean, honestly, I think the thing is this, right? I wake up and I expect people to just throw bullshit at me.
Yeah. Like, it's coming. Like,
I know
it's inevitable.
I'm like, which direction is it coming? I don't know, but somebody's gonna get me somewhere, right?
Happen.
Whether it's somebody in their feelings, whether it's somebody that's just having a bad day, whether, you know what I mean, somebody wants to come.
No, wait, it's not like you want these to happen. You're expecting it to.
I don't want them to happen. Hey, we all hope for the best.
Absolutely.
But I'm a realist. I expect the worst. I'm like, okay, when I get a random call from somebody, I'm like, okay, hang up the phone. See the text message. There's some numbers right now that are giving me some like feelings when I feel the phone ring. You like, you know how you do that?
That look.
I hope it's not done. Yeah, right. So it's like, you just deal with tough situations.
Right.
I think your attitude plays a little factor into it.
Oh, 100%.
If you just say, all right, you know what am I going to deal with today?
Then you're able to approach it better, I guess.
Exactly. Call my lawyer today. I'm like, how much do we think we're going to get from this? Yada, 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 yada. It's not looking good, fella. It's looking good, but like not great. Like I thought it was going to be great. I'm just like, what can you do?
What can you do?
All right, well, hey, try for more. Hang up the phone. All right, let's go. Get to work.
It's all about the attitude for sure.
Attitude for sure.
But I guess you're setting up your mindset to take on whatever may come.
Yeah, that's how you deal with tough situations. You be prepared for them. Hey, if you ain't in the gym, you ain't gonna beat a fight against freaking a boxer or something like that. You're not gonna beat
me.
Right?
Shoot.
Or you. Okay. Or you.
You don't want the hands.
But if you're in the gym a little bit here and there, you work out every now and then, you might get a lucky hit somewhere.
Yeah. 1, 2.
Got to prepare yourself for the fight.
Okay, got to prepare yourself for the fight, and the fight is life. So
Fight is life.
Someone told me something real deep, actually, right?
Okay.
Life feels like a boxing ring, right? We're going through these rounds.
I can see that.
We're punching our way through, just trying to dodge whatever blows coming our way, right?
Yeah.
We all need that person in our corner, though, right? We all need somebody that can actually wield us forward. It can maybe see our mishaps, maybe see, right, the things that we're doing.
Absolutely.
Or not doing, right? So tell me, which one do you prefer, right?
Okay.
Would you rather be in the driver's seat, right? Be the master manipulator, the one behind, the wheel, controlling everything? Or would you rather be in the game, in the action? In a player, like, would you rather actually be in the action, doing the work in the field, where it's real? Where would you prefer yourself to be?
That's a tough question. I feel like we covered on that a little bit earlier, right? So are you saying like, would I rather be the manipulator or the manipulated?
Because in a way,
Yeah.
The ones in the game are being manipulated by the ones that are setting up, right?
Yeah.
Because we get it all the time. Rigged game, right? We get those things all the time. We hear about them. But the reality it is, would you rather be the one that impacts it directly? Or would you rather be behind the scenes, stirring up the outcome? Well, which one would you rather be?
That's a tough question. I feel like I've always been a behind the scenes guy. Like I've always done, like there's so many things that I don't have credit for that I've like taken a part of, that I've manipulated into like helping people win or stuff like that. So it's like I've always been behind the scenes. I think now I'm transitioning into that period where it's like I just respect my worth. So I'd rather be the one, you know, messing around, you know what I mean? Like playing with the initial outcome. But on the flip side, I don't think I've necessarily done that yet. So like I don't know. I mean, I'll tell you what. I'm more of a manipulator than like not like that.
Come
not
on
like
now.
that. Not
We're
like that.
positive
Not
right
like
here.
that. No, I'm sorry. Okay, I gotta cut that out.
Well, go ahead.
Nah, that's okay. Cut. That's getting cut out. I can't say that.
Crazy.
I can't say that. But it's okay. I'm not a manipulator. Let's just put it like that. Not a manipulator. Okay.
Crazy.
I know it's crazy.
Okay, listen.
But, yeah.
I get
How about you?
though.
How about you? What you think?
For me, I need to be in the field.
You need to be in the field.
I need to be in the field. I need to be the one kind of like having that immediate impact on the situation.
I like that. Yeah, me too.
You know?
I felt that.
Like for me, I've always been confrontational, to be honest with you. If I can ask a question, I also got to be able to take it.
Yeah.
So there's been times where I've been the confrontational person to be able to, situation is coming back to me in any type of way. Oh, let's handle that.
Yeah.
Let's handle that. Let's squash it right now. Let's do it right now, you know? Because for it to have more parties involved, I feel like it gets messier. I feel like it gets, when it's not necessarily directly in my control,
I believe
in a way.
I get that. I see that.
Then I don't feel like the outcome will go like any way I either see it going or want it to go. So that's the kind of way I kind of approach it. I need a direct, you know, impact. And that's the way I see, you know, things going the way I want them to. In a way.
I feel that. I think when you mentioned confrontational, I feel like I'm much more confrontational now. Like in the past, I was low key, you know what I mean? Like I was like, I bet, like, all right, hey, you know what I mean? We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it on that note.
Right.
And then, you know, a lot of things behind the scenes would start happening.
You know what I'm saying?
Out of nowhere. And I'm just like, you know what I mean? But now I'm more like, all right, this is the bark with the bite. What's up? What you want, bro?
There we
like,
go.
I'm down with it. You know what I mean?
You know what I feel like probably triggered is us not being afraid of the smoke.
I want all the smoke.
You know what I'm saying? Because we used to dramatize the smoke. We used to overthink the smoke. We used to think that what the bad outcome can come from making the confrontation, speaking up, saying what's up, right? We used to think the bad outcome would be worse than actually just doing it.
Yeah, no,
you know?
100%.
So back then, I definitely feel like an insecurity in mine was being afraid of the smoke, being afraid of the bad outcome. I didn't want problems with anybody, or I didn't want anybody feeling like I was against them, or I had necessarily, like, you know, back in the day we said beef or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
beef, yeah.
Whatever that was. But I was afraid of that. Now, what? It don't matter. Because at the end of the day, some people can't even back up what they preaching. They can't even back up the words they fronted in fronts of the people they were fronting from. I said a lot of fronts.
Yeah, that was a lot of fronts. That was a lot of fronts.
But you get my point, though.
You know, I get your point 100%. And, like, the thing about me is that, like, look, I'm not the type, I don't want to beef with nobody for no reason, right? I'm not the type to beef with nobody for no reason. But I would just be straight up here. Look, okay? I am fucking tired, bro. Like, I am tired right now. Like, so if anybody wants to know, I'm on the edge, bro. Like, I've always told people, like, I'm the coolest guy in the world, but I am on the edge, bro. Like, I've dealt with so much crap. I am tired. So if you want to push me, just know what comes with that. I mean, at this point in time, I know too much. I know these things. Like, it's like I'm at this point where it's like I don't care anymore. It's like, and it's like this is not
push
this.
Me.
Yeah. It's like it's been over the years of all this BS and all these egos I've dealt with and all these things I've dealt with. And this doesn't go for anybody in specific. This is towards like anybody. I mean, like honestly, I'm just at the point where it's like if you're gonna sit here and take the time to try me, Like it's gonna be that. Like not in a bad way. It doesn't even necessarily have to be. Maybe it's just like, okay, maybe we got to start the humbling process. I don't know. Like I'm not the type of person that wants problems with people. I don't want violence to be involved. I'm not like that.
You said
I'm
it
not
right.
like
You
that.
gotta
But it's
start
like
the humbling
I'm
process.
just tired, bro. Like I'm just tired of these people like just doing a bunch of stuff. So it's like at this point, if it's like I'm not gonna be the first one to step on somebody's toes. But if my toes get stepped on, I'm just tired, bro. Like that's it. That's all I can really say.
Absolutely.
Well.
And you know certain things can't slide anymore.
Yeah, no, certain things cannot slide anymore. It's done.
Right.
It's cooked. That was a different person. The person that was allowed to make those things slide. You know.
And the fact is, though,
Yeah.
people take the things you used to let slide for granted.
Oh yeah.
And the
100%.
fact is, you were just being a genuine human being.
Genuine, very genuine.
When these things were sliding. I'll tell you, people feel like patience isn't a virtue, but boy,
you gotta be patient, man. You gotta be patient.
but boy, is patience necessary, because you have to make sure you're not popping off on anybody. You don't want to act out of spite, for sure, okay? And honestly, you don't want to play that blame game. It be that blame game,
Yeah.
That blame game, you want to stay away from that.
Nobody
right?
wants that.
Because it gets to that finger pointing. It gets to that.
It does.
It gets to that, ducking away from responsibility, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? We talk about that accountability aspect, right?
Accountability aspect.
So be honest, because I know I struggle with this too. What things do you feel like you tend to blame, right, when things go wrong?
I love how you walked into this question, because I did want to close out what you said earlier, for one thing. As much as I do want the smoke for like all this stuff, I will be the first to admit when I'm wrong. I will always be the first to admit when I'm wrong. I do take accountability for a lot of my actions, all my actions actually. And I'm usually the one to like initiate. Like if there's something that I feel like I did wrong doing, I will be the first to be like, yo, bro, like I know this is on me. Like I'll take it, because I don't really like, I'm not like that. I'm a genuine person, as you were saying.
For sure.
But accountability wise, the question was,
who do you blame? Like who do you blame when things go wrong? You know.
It's crazy. I always blame myself every time. I don't care if somebody else is wrong. I blame myself. I always do. I have to blame myself. And
I blame myself too, but like I blame a certain action of myself.
I always say like, okay, for example, like right, if somebody doesn't show up on time or something, I blame myself because I feel like I didn't communicate.
No. That's you.
Hold on. Hold on. Not for someone else. I'm not taking the blame for somebody else, but I do tend to like take a look at my actions and be like, yo, was I doing my due diligence into setting everything up? Like I do. You have to hold yourself. So basically, look at it like this, right? Sorry, I don't mean to sound cocky like this, but I feel like I'm a LeBron James or what I do.
Say it, man.
I feel like
man.
I'm a GOAT.
There you go. Say it.
And or like I feel like Drake's out there. I feel like the GOAT. You know what I mean? And what I do. And I feel like maybe I'm not there yet. I'm in development and I'm young.
But you're in
but I feel like that's where my potential lies. So I can't hold somebody to the same standard that I'd hold myself to.
100%.
And that comes with taking the blame, okay?
100%.
If I'm the superstar, how am I going to expect, the bench player to go take that shot better than me and to go do it?
I understand.
And if you can't take the blame or the accountability for some of these things, then then you're not LeBron, then you're not Jordan, then you're not Drake. You know what I mean? You can't do that. You're not that you're not that guy.
You're not him.
Yeah. So if you lose the finals, right? If you lose the finals, right? Whose fault is it? They gonna blame LeBron, bro. Bro, LeBron was single-handedly taking the Cavs against a stacked Warriors team. Half his team's injured. He's single-handedly taking his team. They still blamed him for the loss.
I know.
So it's like you have to find that middle ground at some point where you're just like, yo, I'll take it.
Right.
I'll take it.
Because
whatever.
It comes with it.
It comes with it.
I like that. That was good.
Yeah.
That was good. Because I tend to blame myself, but in different ways, right?
How do you blame yourself?
I blame myself in ways where like, dang, I have too big of a heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like,
I'm too nice. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dang.
You know what vibes that gave me? I'm sorry. I know you know what's interview.
What?
He said, you know
What?
I know you know that interview part I'm talking about.
No.
You know what I need? I need help. I'm big in my heart. That's the vibe that got me. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, I blame my actions, right?
Yeah.
Like actions within
I have
myself.
such a big heart. And forgiving these. I'm sorry. We get controversial today, damn.
Bruh. Oh my goodness. I'm just saying, I know it's me sometimes, but I know it's like certain aspects of myself I can work. Okay, look.
Okay, go ahead. What's up?
Look.
Dime.
You know when times where I don't feel like I do too much in certain areas.
Okay.
Right? But some other people feel like you're doing too much. Right? First off, we don't care. Right? We don't care.
We don't care.
Right? We don't. But at the same time, we acknowledge. We'll acknowledge whatever is said, whatever is said, so that we can observe, take a look at ourselves.
Absolutely.
And see if it's something we can work on, right? So we can think back, what's some things that in your past you were told that you got to do more of or you got to do less of? It can be either or, right? Any capacity, right? But what's some instances where you feel like you did too much of something, and it's not even you. This is someone that can be a significant other, it could be a parent, it could be someone that holds or held value in your life at some point when they told you you gotta do more of this, or hey, you gotta do less of this.
You know me, I always tell people how I'm like, I'm like, when it comes to my love life, I mean, talk about a tragedy. That if I made a story on my love life, that thing would be a tragedy. It would not be a freaking a love story. It'd be a tragedy.
I know.
Or a horror film.
Look, you're the one that dubbed yourself hopeless romantic.
Hey,
so
you're hopeless too, brother.
Anyway.
Hey, hopeful. Okay, semi-hopeful.
Humble
Romantic. There you go. I like that. Humble romantic. Okay, but I'll give you two instances, and they're both like in correlation. So,
right, cool.
My first one said I used to work too much, way too much. They say
I feel that.
I feel like we're never around, or I feel like it could be a text message. I feel like it could be this, and you know what? I respect that.
I do.
And that's when I realized I think it wasn't gonna work out when we were on that path. When I was like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, if I'm in a podcast, which I was in the studio half the time, bro, it's like, I'm recording an artist. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to, have a FaceTime conversation.
Exactly.
I'm in the studio.
You're locked in.
I'm locked in.
Locked in.
But okay, regardless. And then the other side of that, but not enough. I think I mentioned this in the podcast last time, but sometimes I know some people, and I said, this is something I've been working on. I've been working on this. Being more, not more romantic, 'cause I'm romantic. I'm a romantic guy, but
suave.
But being more affectionate, I guess. Affectionate.
Real.
I feel like
showing emotion.
Because I'm romantic. It'll be like nice wines. We'll be a candle lit, but like the affection side of things. I don't know. I guess a lot of girls these days like PDA. And I'm not really big on PDA, I'll be honest.
I get you.
I ain't gonna lie, that's just not me.
No, yeah,
I'm starting to kind of get used to like the holding hands in public.
Yeah,
and,
it's a preference.
It's a preference.
But not the whole we in the corner.
Yeah.
Okay, whoa. I'm just saying. I'm saying, not all that.
Not all that, but like,
It takes, it's
like more specifically that PDA. I don't know. Maybe I'm just, traditional. I'm traditional.
A man's man. But anyway, I get you.
What about you? What do you do the most on? You about to give me some wild shit, aren't you?
I mean, listen.
I gotta stop swearing.
Listen.
I apologize.
We all work on some things. You feel me? I told you I have a method. You laughed at me, but it works. All right? It works. Say it. Use fudging. Okay? Replace instead of saying, like
wait, what? Bro,
like
what are we talking about right now?
So whenever you want to curse, right? Yeah. Right? Instead of say like fuck, say fudge. Like replace it with a soft word and we'll
go viral just for that.
It'll work. It'll work.
We don't give a fudge.
There you go. That's how you do it. Watch how it seamlessly like.
You know what though? I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna say something wild. We don't give a flubber nugget.
A flubber nugget? What is that?
I don't even know, but I think I heard it before.
Flubber? Flubber. That does sound familiar.
Like
flubber.
I got a little flubber.
No, that's flab. That's flab, sir.
We don't give a flab, bro.
But that's how you help with that, okay?
Okay.
But no, back in the day, I used to be. I was told I was too nice, so I had to be more. I don't know, not nice, like more. I don't know.
You give me the vibes. I don't say this in a bad way, but you give me the vibes that like somebody would be like, "Hey, I want you to be more mean." He'd be like, "Okay, you're stupid. I'm sorry, you know, I didn't mean to say it." And then like you apologize right after you try to
Terrible.
be mean.
No, that's Tom from Boondocks. That's who that is. Okay.
From Boondocks.
No, me. I'm just a guy that I'm approachable and I can approach anybody. You know what I'm saying? Right. So like people feel just naturally inclined to compensate. Right. And back in the day, I used to do too much of that. You feel me? So much to the point where start getting too much. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, people get jealous. People get jealous from me talking to other people. Like,
have you ever? My question is,
it's terrible.
Have you ever like got so friendly that you pissed off like somebody's girl?
Oh my God, bro!
Or not somebody's girl. You pissed their man off, a girl's man off.
Oh no! I've gotten somebody like just like she wanted to leave the guy for me because of how nice, but the guy like he didn't see me as doing too much, but she was feeling all the affection for me, so she damn near wanted to leave him for me. And I was trying to tell her, baby girl, I don't know.
Is HUMBL still your girl?
No,
Season?
No,
That's a
I don't want
shit.
her. I don't want you. So why would I want you to ruin a good thing you got going on?
But clearly it wasn't good if she wanted you.
I mean, listen.
She wanted to took minutes for what.
But that's what I'm saying. I had to stop being too nice back then because clearly it's too much.
I felt that.
And people be assuming, bro. That's one thing. What do they say about assuming? What do they say about assuming?
You make an ass of you and me.
Feel me? Now, why would you want to do that?
See, you walked me into that swear word though.
I know it's okay. It was for a good reason. It was for a good reason.
You walked me into that one.
It was for a good reason because people make assumptions all the time, right?
I felt that.
But what are the times when people make assumptions about you and you low-key want it to be true? Like you, like they assume something and you're like, you know, like in your head, like yeah.
I got an easy one.
You know what I'm saying? You were like, yeah.
I wish that they would assume. I wish the assumption that I'm rich would freaking be an actual statement.
People be telling you like, oh,
like what's rich nowadays? Like what is rich? What is rich?
What is the like? What?
Because
what
like I'm like sitting over here. I'm like, bro, like you like look. I'm like looking. I'm like, man, I gotta make more. And they're like, bro, you're so rich. I'm like,
what is rich?
Where?
Right.
Where am I rich? Like, I mean, I get it. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not doing bad, right? Like, let's just be 100. I'm not doing bad. You're on a good track,
my guy.
I'm on a good track.
You're on a good track, my guy.
But I am by
he's doing a lot.
I mean, I'm by no means like
doing a lot.
Rich. Like, I feel like rich is like
rich is a mindset. I feel like, and maybe you got a rich mindset.
I have a rich mindset. I will say that. But I mean, like, people think I got money. Like,
Bands.
Like. They think I just,
make it rain.
Miami tonight, bet, booked. You know what I mean? Like, I live tonight, bet, boom. You know what I mean? Like, look, bro. Look, I mean, I ain't doing bad. I ain't gonna have fun. You know what I mean? I got a little, I got some and a little bit more.
Right.
But like, what is rich to you? Like, what is rich to you? I wish that assumption was a little bit more, accurate. You know? But it'll get there. It'll get there in time.
I do get that.
Like, you could assume that now. Maybe in the future that would be true, but it's not now. I wouldn't consider myself rich in any way. Yeah. Doing okay for myself. That's for sure. Not rich. But what's yours?
Not yet.
Not yet.
See, rich mindset.
Not yet.
That's
rich mindset.
I mean, people be making assumptions just off looks.
Yeah.
Of course, right?
I'm scared for this one.
Why? Why? No, like
you got called Kirby last week,
bro. I'm not even gonna give that gas.
Yeah,
but anyway, no assumptions that have been made about me, right? Naturally, like, oh, you must play D1 football.
Oh, hey, but did you play D1 football?
I played D1, but I played college football. It just wasn't D1. D2.
Oh, so you played D2? Okay.
I played D2.
Did you have the D1 offers?
Back in the day, yeah.
Yeah.
It just didn't transpire into the league. But we ended up in the league, just in a different way. You know,
we both had some pretty. This was bad. This was a bad segment because like we're over here saying, "Oh, my assumption is I'm rich, but I'm not poor," right? And then yours was, "I'm D1, but I'm just D2." This was a bad segment. Shame on us.
It's okay, man. That's why we don't make assumptions out here.
That's why we don't make assumptions.
And on our part, we kind of set people up to make assumptions because of the way like we kind of present things.
Oh yeah, obviously. Like I'm not surprised at that assumption, and you shouldn't be surprised at that assumption. You swole.
Hey, I try. You know? But at the same time, we know in the back of our heads we put on fronts. We put on things just to get by. And it's sad to say, but like it does feel like there's times where I'm just putting on a happy face, bro. Mm-hmm. There's times where I'm just genuinely being positive for the sake of not trying to affect the people around me.
Yeah.
You ever feel like you're just like sometimes just putting on a happy face, like just to, make sure not only the people around you good, right? But just to get by the day.
Bro, 23-year-old me, 2023, I would have told you, yeah. I would have told you I'm just around all these people and I'm putting on a happy face and I'm doing all that. But 2024, AJ, bro, I just don't give a flubber nugget. I don't give a flubber nugget, bro. What the hell? What the hell I'm gonna be pretending to be happy for when I can just be legit happy?
Right, when you can actually be happy.
That just takes extra energy out of me. Look, okay, you know what? If somebody wants to go outside and, it's like, for example, something out of my control happens, right? What the hell am I gonna let it ruin my day for? Because at this point, I can't do nothing about it no more. Bro, I can't pretend to be anything but myself anymore. I'm not gonna go in a room and like start thinking about other things anymore. I think it's about your thoughts. Like, can you control your thoughts? Because if you can control your thoughts, then you don't have to put on that sad face.
Right. You don't have to necessarily pretend.
Why? I was asking myself at one point, why? Because I used to go to the club. Actually, this is why I say 2023 AJ would do it. I used to go to the clubs, be like, man, I'm just not happy here. What am I doing at the club?
You would just be in
Why
there.
am I in the club?
Strobe
if I'm just,
lights going, music banging, just in your ear, and just like.
Why am I gonna go to the club and start thinking about some like other? I'm letting something take that much energy out of me? Absolutely not. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just not gonna pretend to be happy anymore. And a lot of it comes down to controlling your thoughts. Mm-hmm. Like I will literally tell myself. You might just hear me. If you just hear me, just tell myself, "Shut the fuck up." Look, I'm not mad at you. Shut the flubber nuggets up on my bed. I'm not mad at you, right? I'm not mad. I'm mad at myself.
Right.
Then you get those thoughts out of my head. And you gotta get those thoughts out of your head because at the end of the day, I'm here, be present. That's my
in
biggest
the moment.
thing. Be present.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that, man. That's me. I struggle with that sometimes.
The present is God's present.
One more time. That was a gem.
The present is God's present.
Clip that. I like that.
I've add some extra sauce to it.
For you.
My mom told me that.
I love that. Shout out to mama.
Yep.
Shout out to mom. Mama! I love that.
Yeah.
I love that because I struggle with that too, man.
Yeah.
Being in the moment, being present, and being grateful for what we have like right now.
Absolutely.
Like and being able to control your thoughts does play a direct part in that, right? Because it goes so much deeper than just what we see in front of us. Am I right? Mm-hmm. I think we're able to will some things to manifest in the long run when we honestly like think a certain way and like speak a certain way and believe in it with that.
Absolutely.
It takes time though.
It does take time. I'm not saying this was not something overnight. That's why 2023 AJ said I would.
It takes time, man.
It would. But like I really had to discipline my mind. But I was like, dude, I'm not gonna give this any more energy. Honestly, like I said, you can look at life any way you want, right? I give you 10 reasons to be sad right now and give you 10 reasons to be happy. But there's too much negativity in the world. You go on YouTube.
Yeah, this world is.
And it's because negativity feeds people. It does. They're saying the world's going to end. The stock market. How long have they been saying that this world is going to end?
Bro, so long.
So long. And the world just keeps moving along. One day it will end, but like, who's going to know when that day happens?
Right.
You know what I mean? Nobody, because the world's going to end.
It's sad to say.
Yeah, it's sad to say, yeah.
We live in a negative world, and it even feels like we don't want positive sometimes.
Oh, no, we don't. No, we don't. I mean, look at the political game right now.
We're not even going
to talk about politics. We're not. But I mean, like, nobody wants positivity.
What you mean.
Yeah.
I definitely understand what you mean.
Even though, hey, I'm with it.
He said,
I'm with it.
with it.
I'm with it, but that's okay. We're not gonna get into it.
I just feel like the world has desensitized us to a point where we have to keep our guards up, bro. Like in more ways than one, you know, like emotionally and you know, mentally, right? I can even think back in the time, bro, like them high school days. Honestly, them high school days felt like I was in a Netflix series, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
13 Reasons Why? No, that's
bro, like on some One Tree Hill or something.
One Tree Hill.
I'm so serious. Like
that's the only one I knew.
Like it would really feel like something dramatic was going to happen every other day. And back then we used to think like we were like that was our world. You know what I'm saying? Like we were actually dealing with real stuff, right? But I feel like the day or the time that got my guard up in terms of like putting a lane in my mind for people, like not letting anyone have certain access to me, man, was when I was invited to, back then we used to have, I don't know if people do this name, bonfires, bro. Bonfires. You know, just go to a backyard with your friends, bro. Have a big fire in the middle. Have some s'mores. Have a good time. You know, like just do stuff like that, man. Man, I was supposed to be invited to a bonfire, bro. I was literally told the wrong address on purpose.
Ooh, that's
just so I wouldn't be at the bonfire, bro. Early on too. Early on. So imagine young HUNCHO, the deception, the betrayal. I'm telling you, I vividly remember, bro, feeling like I can't trust nobody.
No. Well, you ready?
Nobody.
Hey, that brought the D2 out of him real quick.
You gonna do this to me? So I vividly remember like the time where like I felt emotional guard literally being pulled up. And like ever since then, you know, be putting people in lanes in my head, man. Can you remember a time like that? Cause like, gee, that, you know, that vivid memory.
I'd take that. Honestly, I think mine had to be with girls. I think once I realized, I knew I had to have my guard up because these girls are crazy. They're insane. Honestly, you're gonna hear me.
Girls
talk
are mean.
Yeah, but like honestly,
we love it, but it's true.
Yeah, you know, I think I learned I have to have my guard up because nobody is gonna hit your vulnerabilities stronger than a woman can. Because they're gonna be the closest one to you.
It's the emotional intelligence in which they have that they know they can.
Yeah.
They have access knowledge to. All right, so quick, fast round. I'm gonna hit you with something different, okay? We're gonna mix things up, all right? Yeah. This is gonna be an acronym game, okay? I'm gonna put an acronym for you, give you only one clue.
Okay.
You get 3 tries.
All right. Let's go.
Ready? Boom. Now, this one has to do with a morning routine. Morning routine? 3 guesses. Let's go.
Is it part of a morning routine?
Good, sir. Yes. But it has to do with the morning routine.
Early bird gets the worm.
The early bird gets the worm. I showed you that. Good job. I was peppering them up. All right, second one. Boom.
Hold on, I can't.
Boom.
Okay, well, you gotta give me a clue.
Okay. This has to do with how you treat people. Ooh, I'm on fire.
What goes around comes around. Easy money. Come on, next one.
You know, I'm doing the easy ones first just to make them look good.
Nah.
Now I'm finna hit you with something.
Go ahead.
Now I'm finna hit you with something. Bang!
Okay, well, I need the clue.
This is what you say about your real friends.
About my real friends?
About the real people around you.
About the real people around me? I don't know.
3 guesses, come on.
You gave me a bad clue. Is the clue written in the back?
No. I come up with the clue.
This is a bad clue.
What do you mean?
Something that you say about your friends. B-I-10. Bad in the W.
Blood.
It's thicker than water. Damn it.
Got him.
That's not. I would say that with no. That's
What?
All right, time out. That was a bad clue.
How?
So now you know how. You know how I know there's a bad clue.
How?
Because if you would have said it has something to do with family over friends, now that makes sense.
Anyway, man, please
Get the hell out of here. Blood is thicker than. How's your real friends? Blood is your family.
Boom.
All right, last one. Let's do it.
This has to do with words to live by.
Words to live by?
Yep.
Okay. It's just like this is so vague.
No. This is a clue. This is as good as a clue as you're gonna get.
Words to live by?
This is good. Yeah, I don't know how.
When you know bad, you know you do bad. It's when you know blank, you do blank.
So what is it? What?
When you
this
know
is like Wheel
blank,
of Fortune, and you literally have the words filled out, bro. What? Come on, finish this one. Come on. You literally got it.
When you know big, you do big. Nah, freak.
Okay. Come on. You got it.
When you know...
Come on, A.
When you know better, you do better.
There we go!
Oh, there you go.
Good stuff, A. Wow.
All right, there you go. That was a good one.
That was a good one. All right.
Hey, I did better than you thought I was going to. I remember the first time
you definitely did better.
Yeah.
You definitely did better. I got to give you props for that one. You definitely did better.
That was good.
That was a little good. That was a good little game. That was a good little game. Good job, A.
I think we got one more topic to discuss.
Yeah, man.
We got something big. Give me your best one for tonight.
The best one for tonight?
Yeah. Give me your best one because I know what it was.
So, honestly, it just has to do with the fact that we know life is complicated.
Yeah.
It's as complicated as maneuvering through high winds.
Yep.
Big seas, right? Mm-hmm. Life is as complicated as all that, right?
Yep.
But because of that, we get so mad at the things that happen. So to the point where like our anger, our aggression, like those take over our moves, those take over our actions.
Yeah.
Those don't lead us necessarily in the right directions, bro.
Absolutely, yeah.
What ways have you personally like been able to like channel that? Because I know I struggle sometimes vocalizing my anger.
Channel my anger.
Fueling it up, you know? How can you, in your opinion, channel that?
So I'm going to give this a quick one because I know we're running out of time, but I think it's really simple because to me, when you get angry, right, my opinion would be to say, what is making me this angry?
Like what's the feeling?
How much control do I want this to have over me? And what is going to be the consequence to my reaction while I'm angry? Right? So I think about what's going to happen when I lash out if I'm angry, right? And then I start thinking about it. I'm like, do I want this situation or this person to have this much control over me? Mm-hmm. And I say, no, I don't. I move on. So you don't let it have power over you? I don't let it have power over me. I always wait to respond to when I'm not angry. And I also don't respond when I'm happy. Too excited. You might make a decisions. Vulnerability. They're both vulnerabilities. Right. Always be level-headed when you make decisions. For sure. You don't want to act out of haste. You don't want to act out of spite. Yeah, just walk away from it for right now and then come back to it and see if it still makes you angry. For sure. Yeah. Ways that have helped me is by writing, bro. Writing's good. I've been able to literally express my thoughts on paper even if it doesn't make sense. Right? Yeah. I've done a better job on the flip side of reading because I write now. It kind of went hand in hand in a crazy way because I kind of now write in a storytelling way, bro. I'm kind of express why I'm angry, what led up to it, right? I'm trying to express my point of view, kind of trying to tell the story on paper in a way. And I find myself looking back at it, right? Reading what I wrote, seeing it from just a broader perspective and kind of dimming down the flame when
getting to address it, right, in that
Absolutely.
way. It's kind of weird, but it's amazing what can happen when you not only vocalize, right, but visualize, get to actually visualize, right?
Absolutely.
And it's amazing what you can solve and do when you're in a much better headspace.
That's good. That's very good stuff to do. Very good stuff to live by.
Yeah, man, honestly. So I definitely tell everybody, if you can, bro, write in some type of capacity. And you'd be surprised what you come up with.
Absolutely. Advice. And there's something else people should do if you can. Subscribe if you can.
Oh, yeah, 100%. And like this.
This
is
a great video. This is a great time.
It's a great channel.
We're going to try our best next week for this camera not to run out of space or die.
But the vibes are always
But the vibes are always going to be there.
Always
because,
going to be high.
Look, you got to understand, we got solid production for what it's worth. You know what I mean? We're a new podcast. You know, give us some slack here. But
quality.
We got some fun stuff on the way. We got some great stuff. Thank you for joining us for the Friday Free-for-All.
Absolutely.
Hosted by my man, HUMBL today.
Now listen, the fun doesn't stop today.
No, it doesn't. It does not stop today.
It's actually going to continue.
Yeah.
Monday, if I'm not mistaken.
Monday Mindset, the first episode finally returns for sure this time.
Yes, sir.
And Wednesday after the shoot, make sure you guys are tapping in. It's going to be more fun. You know, the first episode was just a pilot. It was just a little teaser. We're working on way more. And we got something cooking up for y'all. Bigger than y'all could possibly imagine.
But you're going to have to subscribe.
But you're going to have to subscribe because you're not going to find out today.
Absolutely. Stay tuned for more. And please keep pushing until new creations happen. Keep attacking the future. And as we always say, just keep the positive pushing. That's all.
Keep it from serious to fun as the week is done.
Peace.
Thank you for watching.